Thanks, MJ. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Base Mini App Factory workshop by OpenxAI. As discussed, I'm a developer relations expert, so I work with lots of builders, whether they are students or existing developers in a career past university. But what I'm here to do is help people build with open source and build with decentralized AI. So I'll run into some more information and then I can quickly show you the base mini app factory that OpenxAI has recently built. So yeah, let me continue. So just a quick one with AI and why OpenxAI exists. So AI is the most powerful technology human has ever created. So OpenxAI believes that just like the internet, AI must be free, open, and accessible to everyone. So not owned or censored or monopolized by a small group of big tech companies. So who owns AI? So the problem with the current industry is centralization of AI. So just like I mentioned the internet, but if you think of Bitcoin or Ethereum, there's issues with centralization where, let's say, the internet might have been centralized to a small amount of companies in the early days and the US military, and then it got sort of released as open source to the world. Anyone could run a server. The same thing happened with Bitcoin. So a small group of banks had a big financial disaster, 2008. So then what happened out of that is someone went off and built a decentralized payments and settlement network called Bitcoin. And that was the birth of the blockchain industry. So the same thing's happening with AI. Again, there's a handful of companies that control a lot of the actual compute, the data centers that run AI. They have paywalls, they have censorship, they have vendor lock-in, they have data ownership. And it's these big companies, they might give you a free credit to start building with them, but then when you try and launch your business, normally you have to pay a lot more money to launch that AI startup or whatever your app idea is. Again, these big companies, they control pretty much everything. So they have the social networks, they have knowledge like Google search, they control a lot of the data centers. And ChatGPT, you've probably seen on the news, they keep a lot of your conversation data, and then they might use that against you or hand that to some other entity to use that chat data against you. So always be aware of where you're putting your data, where you're storing it. It's not truly free, the free tier. There's normally a reason why it's free, and there's either a paid premium tier that gets really expensive the more you use it and launch something with it, or there's some other hidden benefit for that entity. So what is OpenxAI? It's an open, permissionless, decentralized AI protocol. So it's also built on Web3. So we integrate with Base Wallet, with the Base layer 2 to have fast, cheap, smart contracts. And then basically when you go to monetize your app idea, you can actually easily select things like pay per use or revenue. So like a revenue fee for people to use your app. So there's lots of different business models you can do when you launch. What we want to do in today's session is really get you started so you can quickly build an app. So what makes up OpenxAI? It's open source AI models. So you've heard of ChatGPT, GPT-5. So that is typically closed source. You can't see that. You can't run that on your own computer. With open source, there's over 2.2 million open source models that people create all around the world. And a lot of these, a few hundred of those, the good ones, can be run on your own computer. You can either use Python to run it, or you can actually use Olama, which is a really easy tool. I have run workshops about installing Olama, installing these open source models locally. But basically everything that we run and build with OpenxAI is built on open source models. Even the base mini app factory, it's running an open source AI agent system called Ada, and it's using GPT OSS, which is an open source AI model as well. So the other benefit of OpenxAI is community governance. So we are a DAO. We have a treasury. We have a token that's recently launched on Base, and all of those are completely transparent. You can see the treasury wallet. You can see smart contracts that have locked up funds that are going to be distributed over the next few years. So you can read through the Medium blog to understand how that works. And then tokenization and monetization. So we are a Web3 company. So we have payment systems that use Web3 like Base Wallet. And what that means is you can build an app and start charging like 5 cents for people to use your app. Maybe they want the pro features. You can charge like 50 cents for that per month. And it's really easy to just add that on, especially at the end of this campaign, where we can integrate that with the base mini apps that you make. Again, so the internet, how did it start? There was the internet era, probably a long time ago, 40 years ago. They came up with open source, open standards that everyone uses around the world. With blockchain and payments and smart contracts, Ethereum did that as well. So people started building with Solidity to build smart contracts, which is Web3 applications that run on blockchain that have sort of complex logic and the ability to integrate with different accounts and wallets and build things like DeFi applications. And then OpenxAI is here to essentially open source the whole cloud stack to make it easy for you and cheaper for you to deploy applications that use AI. So yeah, the big benefits I've mentioned, but there is no KYC. There's no signing up with your, say, if you're in university using your dad's credit card to pay for things, you just use the base wallet to identify yourself and then also pay for the services. So one of the benefits, and right now, if you create a base mini app, it is still free below 1,000 deployments. And then after that, there will be a 20 OpenX token charge. So you guys are right on the end of the free tier. So good, well done, guys. You should be able to fit in to the free tier. If not, we do have some vouchers to give to you guys as well for deployments. But yeah, all of these features are integrated with the base mini app factory. So I'll just move on. The other big benefit is there is no big VC that invests in OpenxAI. We're fully open source. We did fundraising rounds with the community. So we don't have a title of a CEO either. It's completely decentralized. So how does it work? So the X-Node network is using decentralized computers around the world. Most of these are running in data centers, and they're not run by AWS or Azure or Google. They're decentralized bare metal compute providers. So they provide the hardware running in an air-conditioned data center. What we do is install everything on top of it, which is fully open source. So we install a Linux operating system. We install, which is modified. It's a distro of NixOS, and it's called X-Node OS. And once you install that, you can install one of hundreds of thousands of application packages. They're kind of like Lego building blocks. So we can build little applications. So we might install Python. We might install Node.js or Next.js. We can install things like web UI for chatbot front ends. We can do things like Llama, install that for managing open source AI models in the back end. And all of this is done through a simple interface for you to be able to deploy. So how does it work with the base mini app factory? So it's really easy. It's vibe coding. So just type with normal sort of English language, just a few sentences, describe the application you want to build, and then prompt the AI, and then it will go off and build it for you. It also not just builds it on your web browser, it actually deploys it into a public website that people can access. So the app is deployed all from prompting and all the way through to deployment, all automatically.